What? Social Security increase, SSDI increase, SSI increase. We are talking about $168 increase. Yes, you heard it right, for Social Security recipients. $168, and additionally we have got new stimulus payment, new stimulus check coming right here in this important states. Are you going to receive this new stimulus check right here in your state? Whether you're Social Security, SSI, SSDI recipients, be sure to check out the increase. Also, this new stimulus check payment coming right here in this video. We have received 6 important states which are sending out stimulus check, and watch this video till the end to find out whether your state is sending out stimulus check. You could be eligible to receive additional money. So guys, without further ado, let's start this video. However, quickly before we start, make sure to hit that like. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe, turn on all the bell notification, and without further ado, let's jump right into it. Alright guys, so first let's talk about Social Security increase, Social Security reform. I know there are a lot of people talking about two popular Social Security reform bills lately. It's the Social Security 2100 Act and its Social Security Expansion Act, which is a plan for $2,400 raise in the Social Security. Now, whether it's Social Security Expansion Act or Social Security 2100 Act, both of the reforms, both of the bills have a one thing in common. So either this one will get implemented or that one. So before we understand this, we need to understand how Social Security benefits cost of living adjustment are calculated today. Now, to calculate the real rate of the inflation so that they can provide you the cost of living adjustment, they use what called CPIW figure. Now, CPI, you can think of it as a shopping cart with various items in it. Each one represents category, and CPI score is calculated based on their prices of each of the items in their category, reflecting the inflation from previous month. Now, the key point right over here is that the prices of these items reflecting inflation. Now, these categories are weighted differently between CPIW and CPIE. Now, let's take a closer look at some of these categories and their weighings. So, under the CPIE, housing carries 44.4% compared to CPIW, which is just coming at 39.2%. This makes sense because older individuals typically have higher housing expenses than younger folks who might still live with their parents and have roommates. Next one is transportation. CPIE allocates 14.5%. On other hand, CPIW allocates 18.7%. Since those who are working likely to rely more on transportation, the difference reflects the reality. Then we got food and beverages. We got 12.8 for CPIE and 15.7 for CPIW. As of medical care, we got 11.3% for CPIE and 5.6% for CPIW. CPIE assigns 11.3% while CPIW only assigns 5.6%. The difference is totally logical since older individuals generally spend more onto their medical care. Next one, we got education and communication. CPIE have got 3.8% while CPIW got 6.7%. Now, that difference can be attributed to the fact that older individuals are less likely to be pursuing higher education. And lastly, we have got other goods and services, 5.4% for CPIE, whereas CPIW 5.1%. These percentages do add up for both 100% indices. Now that we know that how these categories are weighing differently for CPIW and CPIE, let's examine the actual difference in a monetary difference between CPIE and CPIW. Now, for example, in 2013, COLA based on CPIW was 1.5%. However, if they would have used the CPIE instead, the COLA would have been 1.6%. Similarly, in the year 2014, CPIW COLA was 1.7%. It could have been 2% using CPIE. It's worth noting that in some of the years, CPIW COLA was higher. For example, 2018, the CPIW COLA was 2.8%, whereas it would have been 2.6% with the CPIE. Similarly, with the 2021, the CPIW based COLA was 5.9%, but it would have been 4.8% with the CPIE. Now, considering the entire 10 years period increase on the COLA, CPIE would have been 29.7% compared to the actual 28.6% using CPIW. Now, you might be wondering what this exactly means in terms of benefit increases for all the Social Security beneficiaries. Now, currently, the average monthly Social Security payment is $1,625. However, using the CPIE formulation for COLA calculation, that amount would have been seen a slight bump to $1,639.44. It may seem like a small difference, but you may see it as only $14 per month, but it actually comes at $168 per year benefit increase. Now, it's still a small increase. However, over the long period, using CPIE calculation would have benefited recipients more than using the CPIW, and we are not even taking a account the compounding. So both Social Security 2100 Act and Senator Bernie Sanders' plan advocate for transitioning to CPIE instead of CPIW. These proposals still build upon existing increases that are already in place, while we know that the changes to Social Security are inevitable within next decade. Speaking of the exact timing when they are expected, it's kind of uncertain at this point. Some politicians support moving forward with Social Security reform, while others advocate for cuts to the program due to concerns about excessive spending. And guys, moving forward, we have got this new stimulus payment which are coming in these states right here into the June 2023. Starting with the state of Idaho in March and September 2022, Idaho sent out tax rebates and also special session rebates for those who have filed their tax returns on time. But if you are last in filing your taxes, don't worry because rebates for late filers are still being processed throughout the summer. So if you are in Idaho and filed your taxes late, then you may be still eligible for the tax rebate, and it's a great opportunity for receiving additional stimulus funds. Let's talk about Montana. Currently, Montana is only state offering fresh stimulus package for second half of 2023. Residents may qualify for the property tax rebate up to $500 or an income tax rebate equal to lesser than $2,500 for joint filers and also $1,250 for other classifications as well. Now, income tax rebates will be paid out between July and December 31st of the 2023, while the property tax rebate must be claimed online or via US mail between August 15 and October 1st, 2023. Next one, we got New Mexico. They have been offering two types of rebates this year. Taxpayers and one for those who are not required to file taxes. Income tax rebates amounts to $1,000 for joint filers and $500 for single filers. And those that are married and filing separately, this is the rebate for them. Those rebates will be paid out in the mid-June 2023. For those people who are not required to file an income tax return, amount is still being determined and will be paid out in the July. Moving on to Illinois, back in the October of the last year, there was a deadline to file for both Illinois income tax rebate and property tax rebate. Here is the thing, most of the payments have been already made, but the state comptroller has stated that payments will continue until everybody receives their payment. If you haven't yet received your tax rebate yet, there is still chance. Make sure to file your income tax and property tax for potentially qualifying for these rebates. Next one, let's talk about state of Maine. They have introduced program called Maine Winter Energy Relief Program around last October, and payments were made into the January of this year. However, if you qualify for the payment but haven't yet received one, you still have until June 30 to contact your state tax assessor to prove that you're eligible, and if applicable, you may still receive the rebate until September 30. So if you're eligible, don't miss out for this opportunity and make sure to reach out them before the deadline. Next one is Massachusetts. Starting in the November, state will begin paying out the state tax refunds. Eligible filers were entitled for a refund of 14.3% of their 2021 tax returns. Late filers still have until September 15 to get their tax returns and qualify for these rebates. These rebates will be paid out to approximately 1 month after the state processes their tax returns, and if you fit the description, take advantage of this opportunity to potentially receive additional stimulus check. I hope you found this video helpful. Make sure to hit that like, share this video, subscribe, and this is Kedar from How to Guys. See you in the next video.